Okay, so I'm not sure how many people have heard of this group called this group. There's a few people in this group. However, I don't think many people know this group. So I do want to give some background on the information. But the group is called Restless Road. They're a group which has been on X Factor in 2013. There have been many rumors about this group that have officially been classified as not true. And so we got a song in 2022. It was recently released, and it's called Growing Up With You. And I do want to preference this by saying that this song is from a Nashville country group. And I know they're gonna say that's ironic because it's a Nashville, a Nashville group, and a lot of people say country comes out of Nashville. So that's pretty ironic. But they're not really an ironic group to listen to. They really do have some good points in their songs, and we're gonna talk into this. We're gonna talk about this. But real quick, let's see if we have any sponsors.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Okay, so let's get a few things out of the way before we talk about the song a little bit. So as I said, they are a Nashville, Texas group, but they are a country group. It's three guys in this group, and they just like making music. Now I do want to preference this by saying this is kind of like a love song, but it's still a great song. It's kind of like a love song, and people are like, well, how can it be country and R&B? Well, it's a country song, but it's a good country song that I would prefer somebody to listen to because it's a good one. They start off by saying, "Girl, you stole my heart, changed it. I took my plans and rearranged them, as in we're gonna live the life that I'm gonna change my life around a little bit so we can live together, or just in general, so we can live with that person. Doesn't have to be a guy, doesn't have to be a girl, can be non-binary." Where where they're just saying, "Hey, ever since I met you, I've rearranged my life, so we'll be around forever because I don't want to lose you," which is the main concept of like love overall. And they list a few ways of how they rearrange their lives and what they're gonna do. As I said, build a house up on a hill, which I like that line, but sometimes it's ironic to hear because I've heard people say that you shouldn't build a house on a hill because of the foundation. So that's ironic. Well, travel around the world is another song they put into the choruses. We'll travel around the world. We'll raise kids with our last names, which I think, which aside from the Grammys, if you think you're ready for marriage, then that's what that line is like really referring to. Is raise kids with our last name to share them, which that's a whole other concept in itself. But and then he says, "When I look into your eyes, I see my whole world. Like my world revolves around you ever since I've met you," which I think is a great way to put it. Which is a great way to put like a love song touch on a otherwise country song. And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to country songs because they're like, it's a country song, I'm not gonna like it, which isn't entirely true. If you give country songs a listen, you'll love them, but you have to be open minded about it, and a lot of people aren't. And every day I love the person better is what they say, and we'll just get to experience the world together. Is how they sum it up, which I think is true. Through love or the experience of puppy love or real love, you go through a lot of experiences like sunrises, the moon, some storms, some disagreements could also be the storms. I like metaphorically, they say a lot that could mean a totally different thing. And he just says, let's lay down some roots, as in, let's move somewhere. If we want to move somewhere, let's just come together as one and spend our whole lives together, which I think is a sweet way for relationships, but also there are a few country songs by a few country artists that we will get songs where they talk about love and light, and people will go, "Okay, I understand it." It's a good song. This right here, and they keep talking about until we grow old together, all through time, which time is used so many times through love songs that I like that it's in a country song, but it's also a good song, and it was recently released this year in 2020, which is rare to find R&B or country. It's very hard to find love songs out there. So I would say if you're looking for a love song, Restless Roads, Growing Old with You is the perfect song to talk about love and talk about emotions, which I think is probably the best way to do it, right? Because people used to say that if you listen to a love song, you could experience love if you've never been through it, right? And I think the way they describe it, the emotion, the feelings, and stuff like that, I just think this is a great song altogether. The words are not bad, the lyrics are great, but also their voices carry throughout the song, so it's not it's a great track to listen to. I'm gonna give it a 9.0 out of 10 because when I first listened to it, I didn't really have high hopes, but then I re-listened to it and realized where I have heard Restless Rose from before, and actually like the song all the way through. Listen to it 2 or 3 times, and I just like the song now. So 9.0 out of 10. So we'll see how we get from here. But overall, music is supposed to grow with you over time, and we'll see where this goes.